Hello and welcome to the Strategy of the Week for Friday, October 18th, 2013. My name's Jim Penna and I'll be your host for tonight's presentation. And tonight's strategy is titled, Keep It Simple with Industry Leaders. Today my objective is to show you how to make money using the VectorVest program without ever leaving the home page, where you can find top stocks in hot industries and know when to buy and when to sell them. We have stated many times that to be successful in the market, we need to know when to buy, what to buy, and when to sell. And the VectorVest system has several unique market timing indicators that tell us when to buy and when to sell, and one of my favorites is a very simple technique called the green light buyer. Basically, we're going to go in and buy stocks when the green light in the price column of the color guard appears. We're going to sell those stocks if we reach a 50% gain or a 20% loss. Also, we will close all positions if a confirmed down signal appears in the color guard. And for tonight's presentation, we are going to focus on a simple approach when choosing what stocks to buy. It is a time-tested technique here at VectorVest of buying top VST stocks in rising industries. So we're going to go and buy the top stock in each of the top 5 RT industry groups located right here on the front page of the program. And why do we choose top RT industries? Well, just as we analyze over 3,500 stocks every day for value, safety, and timing, in our database, we do the same for all 125 industry groups as well. VectorVest analyzes industry groups and business sectors in the same way it would analyze an individual stock. And that is by relative value, relative safety, and relative timing. Here, RV, RS, and RT represent the average of all the stocks in that particular industry group. And of the three, we say RT holds the key. Relative timing is the key indicator when analyzing industry groups and business sectors. So as the old saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. If an industry group's RT is rising, generally it means that the core stocks of that industry are rising also. Remember the VectorVest philosophy of buying rising stocks in rising industries and rising market. And relative timing, or that short-term price trend, is what's going to greatly enhance our odds of making money in the market. So let's go to the home page and see just how easily we can employ this technique. And here on the home page of VectorVest is where we're going to be able to take advantage of the green light buyer timing system and find just the stocks we're going to need without ever leaving the home page. As always, we'll start front and center in the market timing gauge, which gives us our daily market timing headline. The green light buyer system that we're going to employ tells us that when we have a green light in the price column, that it's okay to buy stocks. The green light buyer also says that we're going to sell our stocks when our confirmed up or C/up goes from up to down. So that's the timing system that we're going to use. And the technique that we're going to use to choose what stocks to buy once that signal is in place can be located by simply scrolling down to the bottom of our page here and finding our gadgets that list the top items. Here we've got the top VST stocks. Next we have our top RT industries. And finally, our top RT sectors. If I just pull this over a bit, we can see that transportation airlines is currently our top RT industry. So all I have to do to find the stocks that I'm looking for is simply put my cursor over the industry name, right-click on my mouse, and a menu will appear where I can choose View Stocks in Industry Group. I click there and it will bring up stocks in the transportation airlines industry. And I can see currently Air Canada Class A and B shares are the top stocks here. Now there are a couple of rules we want to put in place when choosing these top VST stocks that are currently in a high rising industry. The first thing we want to do is be sure we're finding stocks over $1. The next thing we want to do is scroll over to the right here, and I want to check the average volume on these stocks. And we want to be sure that we see an average volume, a 50-day moving average volume of at least 100,000 shares. So here we can see that Air Canada Class A, the top VST stock, along with its counterpart Air Canada Class B, both clearly have more than 100,000 shares as an average volume. The Class Bs seem to have much more liquidity, so I would probably go ahead with the Air Canada Class Bs, and we would simply make that our first choice to put into our portfolio. I can close that industry box. I can go down again to the next top RT industry is business services printing. Put my cursor over that, right click, and let's view the stocks in this industry group. They are again ranked by VST, or Value, Safety, and Timing, and we can see TCL Class A and Class B are topping the list. They are both over $1, so we can scroll over and make sure that their average volume is where we need it to be. And it looks like the Transcontinental Class A is where we're going to look, so we would go ahead and put that stock as well into our portfolio. Again, remember, we're looking to build a portfolio of 5 stocks, and we'll get into that in a moment. We'll create a backtest. But my next step would be to go to Business Services, Security, and Safety. I'll right-click, go into view those stocks in the industry group, and again run through to make sure those couple of rules are being followed here. Price is above $1. The top VST stock has an average volume of over 100,000 shares. And so we would continue until we were able to build that 5-stock portfolio. Now, it may occur that we get into a industry that may not have a stock that's over $1. It may not have a stock that trades over 100,000 shares on average volume. What we'll do is simply build this portfolio with the stocks that are available and wait for the next green light, ultimately trying to maintain 5 positions in this portfolio. Now, going back and looking at just the top 5 VST stocks, that also is a great way to choose your stocks. But what I like about going into the top RT industries and taking just one stock from each industry is it allows us to diversify our portfolio a little bit. And we do have that added enhancement of knowing that that industry is rising at the current time. So we're buying the best stocks in the hottest industries. And that's our goal here. And again, we've accomplished this without even leaving the home page of the VectorVest program. So to get an idea how this may have performed over the past, to get an historical look back and see what type of performance we might expect, I've gone ahead and built a very basic search within the Unisearch tool for us to take a look at. Now, I want to emphasize that you do not need to build this search. It is not a search that is pre-built into our program. For the sake of going back and running a quick back test for us to take a look at, I had to build this search. So very basic parameters that you see in many of the VectorVest searches. Our stock price actual is greater than $1, as we talked about. The stock's average 50-day moving volume is over 100,000 shares. The stock industry group is equal to the top 5 by relative timing. And if you wanted to know how to go ahead and add that to a search, if you were interested in building this search, simply click inside the parameter box. You would choose stocks and then filter by, and we would go to industry group. We'd go to the operator box, choose the equal sign, and in the value box, when we click, we get sorted industries, and here we would simply choose top 5 by RT. And finally, I added one more parameter, making sure that we had no inverse ETFs in our long search here. So once again, I built this search to be able to go into the back tester to give us an idea of how it might have performed. So my next step is going to go to the back testing tool, and here I have the ability to click new and start a new back test. As we enter in our account settings in the back tester, we see that it defaults to that $100,000 theoretical portfolio value. What I'm going to do for the sake of our presentation is change that to $50,000 from the usual $100,000. The reason is we are looking to build a portfolio of just 5 stocks here for our presentation. Next, we'll go to the market timing section of the back tester. And here we're able to automate our back test. For those of you who do not have the auto tester, you can check the link in the views, tonight's VectorVest Views newsletter. There will be a link there offering a free 2-week trial with a special offer as well. So go to the view section, click there, and be sure to take advantage of that special offer. So our market timing system we were using tonight is the green light buyer. So I'll come to the green light buyer tab, and here we'll review one more time the rules of the green light buyer system. Up signals are given when the color of the price column in the color guard is green. Down signals are given when the confirm call becomes C/down. Neutral signals are given at all other times. And we'll head to the next stop at our automation rules. We'll choose our search that I had placed in the Strategy of the Week folder. I named it RT as the key, and we'll click on that. Remember, we're choosing stocks only from the top 5 industries by RT. We'll enter our stop criteria. We're going to use a 50% gain. and a 20% loss. Next, I'll go over to more settings. We are going to create a portfolio of 5 stocks. We will automatically replace when there's a green light in the price column. We'll try to open all 5 positions immediately upon that green light. Here, when entering this situation, we want to be sure to click Don't Close Any Open Position when we come to a green light. We'll invest average value of our portfolio. We will allow odd lots. We will not repurchase any stocks we don't already own. And down here, the reason we use the back tester here to get an idea of how this technique has performed, we need to go ahead and choose maximum stocks per industry. And I'm going to take that 10 all the way down to 1. Once again, we are diversifying with the top stock from 5 different industries, the top 5 by RT. So we're going to take 1 stock per industry. I'll choose next. The automation rules for our down situation is we are going to go to cash. Automation rules: in a neutral situation, we will leave existing positions open until their stop criteria is met, and we will not open any new positions. The date I'm going to choose to start our backtest is going to take me back to November of 2012. And the reason I chose this, it gives us just about a year's worth of information. And on November 14th, we had a confirmed down signal. And here at VectorVest, we love to see that first green light in the price column after a confirmed down. So I'm going to use the 23rd of November as our start date. And that'll give us just about a year's worth of information on this test. Finally, we'll go ahead and name it, and we can call it RT is the key. Click Finish and Run, and let's see how it worked out for us. It works through the process pretty quickly, so I will allow it to run through here for us. And it looks like some pretty good performance for just about a year's worth of work here. If we come up to our numbers up at the top, we'll see that we did have a 51% gain in just under 12 months. Just about 79% winning trades. Total commission over a year only $328, and maybe the best part, only a max drawdown of just over 7%. And there's a reason that max drawdown of just over 7% is so impressive. What I'm going to do is go ahead and go to a market timing graph that I've set up here, and I've set it to the period of our look back to November 23rd of 2012 to current. Now there's some pretty choppy times in that market, and there was a lot of volatility going on. And using a strategy that actually never takes you off the home page of VectorVest, you were able to have over a 50% gain. So back at the home page, again, I want to re-emphasize the fact that we did all that, and you can do that moving forward without ever leaving the home page of VectorVest. And that's about as simple a way as you can use the VectorVest program to keep you on the right side of the market and buy rising stocks and rising industries and meet that objective we talked about of making money using the VectorVest program. So let's just summarize what we've done here tonight. We said we want to keep it simple with industry leaders. Our objective was to show you a simple way to use the home page of VectorVest to find top stocks in hot industries and know when to buy and when to sell them. Our when to buy was using the green light buyer system, which simply tells us that when there's a green light in the price column of the color guard, it's okay to buy stocks. Our when to sell was a 50% gain or 20% loss, or terminate all positions when a confirmed down signal showed itself in the color guard. And finally, we were looking to buy the top VST stock in each of the top 5 rated industries by RT. If you have any questions on tonight's strategy, on Monday, October 21st, there will be a Q&A session at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Just stay on the home page of VectorVest, and you can register for that Q&A session by clicking the Register tab there right on the home page. And that concludes this week's Strategy of the Week presentation. I thank you for joining us, and as always, if there's anything we can do for you, please don't hesitate to call the product support floor at 1-888-658-7638. Thank you, and have a wonderful weekend.